Criteria number 2 is you also have to avoid negligent driving. I would say negligent driving for a robotaxi involves establishing a duty of care to other road users. Right now, that's not actually the law in the U.S., but eventually there will need to be a law that says, indeed, a computer driver has the same duty of care for the safety of other road users as a human driver would have. Then ask, was a loss event caused by a breach of the duty of care? Did the driver act recklessly, or did it do everything possible and there was no way to avoid the crash? Those kind of questions need to be asked the same as they would be asked for a human driver. If a human driver runs a red light and hits someone, they're probably going to be found negligent because they should have stopped at the red light. They were doing something wrong at the time the loss event happened. The same criteria should be applied to robotaxis. A key result from this is that statistical safety arguments don't work here. If you, as a human driver, are incredibly safe, you've never had a crash your entire life, you don't get a free pass to run red lights. You're still expected to behave responsibly. Saying that I'm a safe driver, so it's okay to flout the law, doesn't work when you have a crash that flouting the law resulted in a loss event. And the same is going to apply to robotaxis as well. Statistical safety isn't enough. You also have to not drive negligently. And this arguably played as a factor in the cruise mishap from October 2nd. By all accounts, the robotaxi had the ability to sense that the pedestrian was in the crosswalk and was going to be hit by another vehicle. A prudent human driver would have said, something bad's about to happen, I'm going to slow down so I'm not anywhere nearby when the bad thing happens. Regardless of whether you think the robotaxi should have been that sophisticated, the other thing is the robotaxi should not have moved with the pedestrian under the vehicle. If your vehicle hits a pedestrian and you don't know where the pedestrian is, you should not be moving your vehicle. And so that is one of the reasons why this is such an issue for that mishap, setting aside any claim of statistical safety.